Lean or lean philosophy. It is nothing but identifying and eliminating the wasteful activities. Many scenario or many companies think that what they are doing is perfectly correct. If you go and talk to anybody, everybody thinks they are perfectly all right because they have been doing the work last 10 years in a particular way. So they think that is the best way. And imagine how all of us withdrawn the money from a bank just 5 or 10 years before. Let us go back by 10 years. Recollect how all of us withdraw money from a bank. We go to the bank, we take a bike and go to the bank and then take a money withdrawal slip and then fill it up and stand in the queue and then collect the money from the cashier, count it, put it in our packet and then take the bike and come back. How much time generally it takes? Somebody apply a leave also to withdraw the salary. I hope all of you had that experience. Am I right? So that means it was taking about 2 to 4 hours for somebody to withdraw his own money from his own bank account. But now tell me, are you spending 4 hours to do the same thing now? Really no. We all have a mobile application. We open the mobile banking and just press few buttons and now money is transferred. Now I cannot see the money. I cannot see the money, but the task is done. So what was taking 4 hours few years before is now a matter of 4 clicks. And now tell me where is 4 hours and where is 4 clicks? The difference is definitely a waste. Am I correct or not? The difference between 4 hours, 4 clicks is definitely a waste today.
Yes. Yes.
But the bank people, they have never realized they are doing a wasteful activity few years before. But now they could accept. So there is lot of non-value adding activities each and every one of us are doing in every activity. And for that, we really have to have an eye called lean eye. Then you will be able to visualize. These are all unnecessary. Why should somebody stand in a queue for 1 hour? Why the form has to be filled up? You should not mind to ask these kind of questions. And you also know a tool called YY analysis. The same YY analysis tool can be used to ask these kind of questions. And then if the people have a mindset to call a problem as a problem, to call a spade as a spade, then they will realize, oh, the process can be performed in a better way. So that means what I am currently doing is waste. This is a Japanese philosophy. They call it Muda. Muda simply means waste. Anything you are doing which customer is not able to appreciate is simply a waste. There are 7 waste people call it: unnecessary transportation, inventory, unnecessary motion, waiting, overproduction, over processing, defects. Overproduction is not always producing more in quantity. Producing early is also overproduction. See, we are all very, very careful in our personal life. We don't overproduce anything. We don't keep a lot of inventory in our house. We see to that. No, nowadays, we are not even going to office. All are work from home. Now transportation also avoided. So the same practices are required in the industry also. That is called lean philosophy. If you identify and eliminate all the waste, then you will achieve a state called true north. What is true north? The total lead time is equal to value adding time. For example, money withdrawal was 4 hours time, but actually you are dealing with the money only for 4 minutes. But today, the money withdrawal is a matter of 4 clicks, 4 buttons pressed. And now the lead time is equal to almost value adding time. You are not wasting your precious time. And that means your efficiency, we call it process cycle efficiency, is closer to 100%. Closer to 100%, you call it true north. Some of the facilities which are world class, their efficiency will be 20%. I repeat, the facilities which are world class manufacturers, world class service providers, their process cycle efficiency is around 20%. That means if all of you can improve your process cycle efficiency using this philosophy to 20%, you can immediately make your company a world-class company. You don't have to go closer to 100%. This is a real study. A research shows, right? And that means the process cycle efficiency, if calculated, most of the time it will be in single digit, less than 10%. It actually means 90% of the work currently happening is a waste, is a muda. So lean is not cost cutting, lean is not eliminating people. It is simplifying the work by eliminating the unnecessary work. If you eliminate the unnecessary work, people will execute the work effortlessly. At the same time, they will produce fantastic results, right? And one more simple example can illustrate the same thing. And see, imagine you are driving a car in a traffic environment, and now your driving comfort is going to be lost. You really cannot enjoy driving there. Another thing is your car's performance in terms of, let's say, mileage. People could have told you you will get 15-kilometer mileage when you buy this car, and you bought it, and now you can't even get off of it. Same way, when you complicate the work like the traffic you are seeing in your organization, people are going to lose the work comfort. People are not going to produce even half of their potential. So lean is nothing but changing the environment, changing the mindset, changing the culture. It is not eliminating the people, not cost cutting. It is using the same people or empowering the same people and empowering your process. No big changes. We are organizing the work environment and reconstructing the culture in the company. And now you imagine driving the car in a highway. The driving comfort will be at its best. The car which was expected to give a mileage of 18-kilometer will now give 20-kilometer mileage. It's all possible. People can deliver results better than their potential if you really ensure a continuous improvement culture and a work environment which is conducive for continuous improvement. And this is called lean. You can make the right choice, right? And these are very, very simple philosophy, and one way of process improvement. And Six Sigma is higher level, and even before applying Six Sigma you need to apply lean. So there are several tools. I have highlighted few tools here. 7 waste, 3M, called Muda, Mura, and Muri. The variation, waste, and then overloading is called 3M. Total productivity maintenance, single minute exchange of dice, value stream mapping, Pokeyoke, the mistake proofing system, 5S, the workplace organizing tool, and Kaizen, again a continuous improvement tool, right? So make use of all these tools, and then change your work environment and improve your culture, and that is going to improve your results. So what is that we have learned so far? We understood Six Sigma evolved from a company called Motorola in 1987, and Bill Smith is called the father of Six Sigma. It is Michael Harry who developed the belt level, because the belt level will speak about your real capability to work on improvement projects. That means you are going to contribute to the organization's growth. And when it was introduced in Motorola, the methodology was 4-step MAC. And later, when General Electric implemented Six Sigma, it has become DMAC. They thought defining the problem is more important than measuring or before measuring. And so Jack Welch and team in General Electric, they converted that into DMAC. And reducing cost of poor quality creates enormous opportunity to maximize your profit margin. So all of you can help your company produce more profit, and that is going to ensure an inclusive growth. The management will achieve their goal, and employees will also achieve their goal, and customers are also going to be very, very happy, right? That's called inclusive growth. And Six Sigma focuses on reducing the defects by reducing the variation. Variation is a statistical term. Variation is nothing but part-to-part variation. You're producing 10,000 parts every batch. Is that all 10,000 are one and same? There will be a difference. That difference is called variation. If that variation is too much, customer is going to see the variation, and when the variation is too much, he is going to reject your product. So variation is what is causing defects, or variation is what is making your product a defective one, and finally leads to the rejection. So if you reduce the defects at the source, that is variation, you reduce the variation, automatically defects will not come, right? And customer will not have a chance to see even a single defect. And lean is a philosophy which will identify and eliminate the waste. So this completes